Hey, Scott Russell. I wanted to talk a little bit about gold and just some general thoughts on that, which may not be mainstream, but something that maybe we can talk about. And I kind of want to talk to the people that don't have a lot, of money. Because, I find on my journey people with a lot of money are panicking because they know full well that there's a huge chance they're going to lose a lot. But then there's a lot of people that are living paycheck to paycheck and are facing major changes, major disruption to their life and wondering, what are we going to do? And you're the ones I want to talk to. And I think we don't give enough attention to that. And so, I've put up, been sharing over a little bit of time here, videos on emeralds. One of the members of our group that's been doing some things with emeralds, and I'm encouraging that. And the same as I would encourage some of you. I mean, I get a lot of emails from people that are looking to make $1. Not really interested in that. Don't have a problem with people making money, but this is about helping people and being there. As these emeralds unfold, and I'm going to go into a little bit about that, but I think the motivation here is to be a bit of hope. And so I know the man doing it personally. I've known him for over 20 years, and I know that he is not in this to get rich and to hurt people or use it as an opportunity. It's something that is just a passion that's come up. I've been able to encourage him to take that path, and together I'm with him taking that path. Very much involved with him in what he's doing. And so we'll hear some more on that. So small investors or people that don't have much to invest. And I had given a lot of thought to gold, and I know that in the past the US and the UK governments have both confiscated gold. And people say, oh, well, I'll hide the gold. Now, we all know that Rick, I can't remember his name, but the pawnbroker stars there in Las Vegas. And I've shared the video, I've talked about this before, but somebody brought in a gold bar. The thing was like this big. And it was during the 40s, his grandmother had hidden it when the government wanted to confiscate it. And she's dead and buried, and here he is bringing it in to cash it in. It was no good to her. And I think what people are not grasping is desperate people do desperate things. Desperate governments do worse desperate things. And they will, I believe, there's a 100% probability, in my opinion, they are going to, which probably doesn't make it 100%, but in my opinion, 100%, they are going to confiscate gold because they've got to jumpstart the economy somehow. And I think, someone's like, well, we'll have it hidden. Okay. So are you prepared to go black market on all of your gold trading? What are you going to do with it? You're going to take it down the supermarket and shave off a leaf of gold, black market gold, and pay the supermarket with it? You're going to take a gold coin? I mean, okay, some people have the whatever to do that. Many don't. A lot of people don't realize that when you go and buy gold, you register to buy that gold. You've given a name and an address as to where you've bought that gold. Now, there will be a threshold, I believe, where the government, I don't know, I'll just pick up some random numbers. I'm not saying they will be the numbers. But if you've got, $5,000 worth of gold, $10,000 worth of gold, let's say 10,000 for the sake of rounded numbers. The government might say, okay, we don't care about that. You're not worth the effort. But if they've logged that you have, $100,000 worth of gold, which most of us don't, but if somebody did, do you really seriously think that the government's they're going to come knock on your door? They're going to look on those systems of where you've bought the gold from the gold brokers. They're going to subpoena that. They're going to get those documents, and they're going to come around, knock on your door like the IRS and say, where's your gold? Now, everyone's going to have the same story, which you think that they're all going to believe. Oh, I don't know, I gave it away. Yeah, okay, you gave it away, right. Where'd you give it? Oh, well, and they will track it because it's a bunch of money. And you know the government will do it, don't you? You agree with me. So come on, let's not get all pious on this. So, unless you're prepared to go like full rogue on the government, which most people are not, they're going to walk out of there with the money that you've got, the gold bars that you've got stuffed in your safe, and they're going to know exactly how many you've got in there. Plus, they probably have the ability, they do have the ability to x-ray your house anyway. So, excuse me, gold it's the well-traveled path, and anything that's the well-traveled path is going to suffer. They are going to go after it. Bitcoin, they are going to go after it. We're already hearing they're talking about outlawing it or confiscating it. So, for a couple of years, these emeralds have been potentially there, and this gentleman had been trying to do some things, and I think that it suddenly dawned on me with emeralds, precious stones. They've been there since the beginning of time. The Bible talks about God's throne being built on some of these stones, right? They'll be there when we're gone, and we're not talking about artificial. These things are untreated, not oiled, not resined, untreated, pure stones, set in gold. That's if that's what somebody wants, and it just started to make sense to me that and they're graded AAA, A, B, C, D, and different. I'm learning a little bit about emeralds, sharing these videos and talking to you, and I've asked and explored the possibility that people can buy small amounts of these gems and keep them there because they're always going to be worth something. Women are always going to be women, even men, but they love their jewels. And I think to have something that is another layer, it's not the final answer. It's not going to get you through forever, but it's something that could ease some pressure when things go crazy. And I think it's a great option that's not just... that's not so well-travelled. So I can't see the government coming knocking on your door and saying, do you have any emeralds? Do you have any sapphires? It's not going to happen because they don't have the resources to do that. And so stay tuned on that. The To Eternal Be is the site. Go and follow it and stay on that because things are unfolding, and as they unfold and we get to that level, the intention is to try to bless the small-time people that are looking and just saying, well, hey, maybe I can do a little bit. And we'll try to find ways to do that. That is obviously going to be a blessing to everyone. Now, there's a lot of spin-offs that are going to come off of that as well, which I'm not at liberty to talk about at this point. But, people can say, well, it's how many people are you going to help with that? And I love that story about, sorry, I got itchy nose. I love that story about the little girl that was on the beach and she's picking up the shells or whatever they were and throwing them back in the ocean. And there was thousands of them. And somebody came along to her and said, what are you doing? She said, well, I'm saving these. And she looked and the adult said to her, well, you're not going to save all these. There's thousands of them. And she picked one up, and as she threw it in, she said, I saved that one. And that's how Two Free Scott, and as being Two Free Scott, that's how my site operates. I don't want to be, I don't expect to be the mainstream. If we're the mainstream, we get shut down. My TikTok account blew up to 70-something thousand. They shut it down instantly. I'm shadow banned on TikTok so tightly, the videos I put up don't go. 7 views where there used to be thousands of views. So I'm not looking to be the mainstream, but there's ones that are going to resonate with the same spirit that I have, and you're the ones. And I'm asking you, stay tuned on that. Follow it. Start to think about that maybe some of these precious stones are just something that might ease a little bit of pressure. Hopefully you're doing a lot of other things too, and just preparing yourself. But as we prepare ourselves, we know things are going to go well. So I'm not going to keep talking because there is a time limit on how long the videos are I could share, so that's good. It keeps me to be shortened. If you have questions or things you want to say, I'm going to do another live here shortly, and I'm being on the road. I'm traveling. I'm still traveling. At some point, I'll do another live, and we can have a chat. You can ask questions if you like. Stay tuned for that. Appreciate you being on there. It's always good when I share videos to see you're on sharing and you're watching those videos. So God bless you. God be with you. Stay strong and keep going, because no matter what they throw at us, we're winners. We're winners. We'll overcome. And that's what my Bible talks about. I'm not expecting to go under. I'm going over. Come on over with me. God bless you.